There are tasks that I have to perform today. There are many tasks I have to perform today. We are going to make a lot of progress. But first, there is a much smaller task that I have to attend to, which takes place in the Nether. You see, this is the temporary tunnel that I made to connect me up to the Nether hub, which was fine. I never used it. I just flew out over the top. Unfortunately, I can't do that anymore because one of our more active players has come in and transformed the Nether hub. Let me show you. So before this was the Nether hub. And it was made by, here we go, over here, there we go, this is it. This was built by Ebsfey, and they have come through and they've transformed all the tunnels now as well. So on a live stream the other day, I came through and I tunneled out some of these tunnels to as far as I feel they need to extend at the current moment. And between now and then, Evs has come through and they have completely enclosed all of those tunnels, so they're no longer we're no longer vulnerable to attack from the ghasts or from the pigs or anything. So Evs has done a fantastic job of doing that, and I love him for it. But as I say, it has slowed down my ability to get to my own base, because whereas I used to fly out here and then go out and over the top, now I have to go down this janky tunnel that I made, which you can't even get a good sprint jump or like floaty jump going in this tunnel. It's just too short, and there's no soil under these slabs, and there's this random 90-degree corner here which does not need to be here. So I'm going to turn this around by 90 degrees, drop it down a few blocks, and then tunnel out that way, just to create a slightly more pleasant experience. See, this is no good. A slightly more pleasant experience getting down this side of the tunnel. That's where we're going to start this video. Okay, so first things first, let's figure out where this needs to go. I think we'll just tunnel. Yeah, this is bad. It's a bad place to be. So we need to go down on two blocks. And we're going to go out this way to the path. Cool. So that's where we're coming out. So I just need to tunnel out a 3x3, I reckon, here. My main concern here is whether or not we interfere with the array, the thingy array that I have. The chunk loading array. Those words. It shouldn't interfere. I think I've got the measurements right, but this should not interfere with the chunk loading array that I set up in the previous video. But I guess we're about to find out. Let's see whether we've screwed up my entire base. We should hopefully pop out. Hooray! That's good. And then go back through and hopefully pop back out in the Nether. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Fantastic. Now we can just lay down the floor and things. So this is better than it was. It's obviously still really janky and not complete. This is literally a temporary tunnel until I know exactly what I want to do with my Nether setup for the base. So we can get rid of this one now. That can go. So instead we're going to put a sign on this one somehow. We'll put it here, I guess, and we'll call it. There we go. That's a much better temporary tunnel. This was a very temporary tunnel that was just set up for convenience. This is a slightly less inconvenient temporary tunnel that is still not the final tunnel, and the final tunnel will probably go somewhere out here somewhere. Yeah, that's going to be an entire other story when we get to that. But this is good. This is much better than what we had before. That little task now complete, I can finally say, hello my friends, this is Ian, aka Mellis, and welcome back to Minecraft. And in today's episode, we are doing something completely insane. I would like, by the end of this video, to have completed the house, or at least the outer shell of the house. This is not going to be a small task. This, as you can see, I mean, this hole is huge. The hole underneath is huge, but the hole on top where the house is going, that's not a small size either. And I intend on adding an entire building on top of this by the end of the video. It's going to be a bit of an undertaking, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because I don't have any idea how long it's going to take, or when this video is going to be finally released to be out, or whatever. But these are some of the materials that I need to do it, and all of these shulker boxes are absolutely filled to the brim. And I'm not convinced that this is all of the shulker boxes that I need. This one still has some open space in it, and I think I'm going to need maybe another 3 or so material boxes of materials in order to complete this. Not a small undertaking at all. And I want to do it all in one video because I'm an idiot. But that's going to be later in the video. We're going to start on that. For the time being, we're gonna shoot off from here. We're gonna come back here in a bit, but I want to show you first of all what I have done at spawn, because if you remember in the last video, we started making something of a tropical paradise. And since I made that video, I have expanded it just slightly. There's been some interesting work go on here at spawn. So let me show you what has happened. In the last video, we completed the ship, and we completed this side of the spawn chunks. So we got this bit done, basically. And now I have completed the other side. So we've got the palm trees and the banyan trees. I've also extended along the rock pools from this side out to this side. And you can see the little sandy bit at the bottom I was talking about. And what's really nice is occasionally we'll get dolphins and fish and stuff swimming around in here. And it looks really, really freaking cool. And I like it a lot. And the sun is going down, which is almost perfect because this place looks amazing at night. But the other thing that I have created, and I'm really proud of this, is this crashed plane. This is, I really like. So this is modeled off a Cessna. There's a few bits I still want to add to it to make it a bit more Cessna-y. But it looks like a crashed plane. It looks like it's smashed into this island. It's crashed into this palm tree. It's propped up on it, leaning as the tree is leaning out to the side where it's propping the plane up. Wings are broken. One snapped up. This one snapped off completely. It's all got a little bit overgrown and falling apart. There's a lot of texturing going on the fuselage and stuff to make it look like it's been here for a while, perhaps. The landing gear grindstones, I think those work really, really well. And then I've done some armor stand trickery here to get these lightning rods to look like a propeller. One of the armor stands is actually inside this block, which is why it's darker than the other. I kind of like it. I almost feel like I want to put the other armor stand in that block as well and darken that one up too. I think that will look pretty cool. Or do I like them both copper, in which case I take that one out? That's why I haven't changed it yet. I can't decide which one I want to do. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this little plane turned out. I did try several different things in creative to come up with how I want to do this. I tried to add different tilts and different angles, and it just never looked as good as it does flat on. So I built it flat on here, and yeah, I think that looks excellent, and it's a fantastic addition to this little spawn area. And once we got this whole cove out here filled in with wrecks and crashed aircraft and crashed ships and stuff, I think this is going to really start taking on a really fun aesthetic. We've also got a map here of the spawn area, so you can see how the island kind of fits in with everything else. So that's our little starter village up there, and then we've got this whole area will be the spawn village. This will be where the shantytown I was talking about is going to be. there's another two things which have occurred on this island since I recorded. I'm going to show you, first of all, one which is temporarily just out here through this section of banyan trees, through this little bit of the jungly rainforest. Yes, we have a panda in a boat, but oh, they've gone. There's a map here. You can't see the map; it's invisible at the moment. But one of our other players, Muffy, has gone through and mapped the entire server at full zoom out. So I'm guessing he's probably doing some work on that, which is why it's not here. Unless he's moved it. I search quickly and see whether I can find it anywhere else. I found it! So he's moved it over onto the starter island or the starter village, which is fine. We can do that. So yeah, this is the entire world. So you can see that's where my base is. You can see the footprint of where the mansion will go. There's spawn. That's where we are currently. Well, that's where we are currently. There's spawn, where the ship and things is, and you can see the majority of the players are all out on this side. There's just me and Shaz down on this side. But yeah, that's one thing which is developed on the starter. Well, it was on the starter island. It no longer is. We also have this cliff face which has been built up. This has been built by Lara Goose, who is another fellow Minecrafty person. They stream as well, so you can definitely check them out on their live streams. And they've kind of made this little cove island. This what do you call it? Like a cave entrance in the side of the cliff, with these giant spiky rocks and rock pools and stuff around the side here. I really like. There's a nice deep rock pool here. And then obviously we've got this little cave entrance which you can sail a boat into, and there's the scaffolding, the pathway which goes up, and there's just like a little campsite and some storage and things at the top here. Yeah, I like it. Ow, my face. So yeah, we've got this going on at this side, and between that and the rainforest, we've got a really nice framing for the boat between the two. That's kind of come about organically. I was originally going to extend the jungle right out across here, but seeing how those frame in the boat, I might come up with something else to go in here. Maybe more trees out on this side and something else in the middle. I'm not entirely certain what, but I don't want to ruin that little vista that we've got. That little view of the island, I think, is really cool. So that's the development of Spawn at the moment, and that's basically all the interesting things which have occurred on the server in the last week or so since I last recorded. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back on over there. I'm actually about to start a live stream. It is Sunday where I am now in the current time calendar thing, and I always stream on a Sunday, so I'm going to go back over there and we're going to get started on the mansion. I pretty sure that in the very first episode of this series that I started here, I said I have no idea how frequently I will be able to actually put these videos out, and I was right. It's I think it's been I think the last episode came out in maybe February, and it's now nearly the end of July, and I've been busy. I've been busy in real life and not been able to do much in the way of recording or playing video games. But I have, in the few hours that I've managed to find myself, secure myself free time wise, I have completed the mansion, which is great. But I also have done a few live streams, and during one of them, a bunch of us got together and we put together a bit of a creeper farm here, or we started putting it together, and I completed it in another live stream, and it works pretty well. Let me show you what is creeper farm. Very standard creeper farm with the platforms, with the water that spits out. The timing is a little bit funky with the droppers. Or the dispensers. I need to work out why I need to fix, but it's fine. It works. The creepers, they all spawn up here, and then we've got this massively over-engineered system to flush them down into this little room and push them out this little area here into this pathway. And there is a flow splitter here, so we can send either the creepers off this way to be processed into the juicy gunpowder. And as you can see, we are actually overflowing. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's quite as jank as it is, because we're getting more than enough gunpowder out of this thing. But also, we can flick a switch, and that'll turn it into... Let's do the thing. Let's flick the switch. That turns that, or switches the flow of water and pushes out the creepers over here into this little room. Do I have... There is an ender chest. I take ender chest. I have boombox. Boombox is here. Let's grab a single TNT, and we will set this thing going, and I show you. For it make record, you can see the records get spat out here, but I show you how it works quickly. It's very, very basic, super ghetto. Creepers get spat out in this room eventually. They're being shy at the moment. Oh, here's one. Here's two. Okay, we've got two volunteers. That'll do for the time being. Let's come down. We'll switch it back into gunpowder mode, and we can use just these few as a demonstration. Oh yeah, no, I can't do that. I got to do it like this. Hang on. I've got a safety feature on it, so if it's not in this creeper mode, this flap is closed. So yeah, the creepers drop down in here. We pop a TNT. We're supposed to put it on the target block, but I missed. But we'll see. There's a skeleton back there who shoots. The TNT gets dropped into the water, explodes the creepers, and that counts as the skeleton who's back there killing the creepers, and we get more juicy records and some gunpowder. So yeah, that's how that works. It's like I say, it's super basic, super ghetto, and we have a mascot cat. I think this is Lara's cat. She left it here when we were doing the live stream where we first made it, and I just realized these grey Siamese cats, they suffer from the same affliction as the black cats. They have one single giant eye. And now that you've seen that, you'll never unsee it. I can't ever unsee it. And now you have to deal with that as well. Giant one-eyed cats. Yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, let's go have a look at the progress at the mansion, shall we? On to fireworks. We can make it. It'll be fine. Welcome to the mansion. It is complete, or rather the external structure is complete. And I really like this view of it from here. It gives a really nice overview of the entirety of this project with the awards processor and thing down here, and then all this space out here for more redstone, and then the mansion on top. And in fact, if we if we look up, then all this area, this whole area is going to be stuff. I actually need to expand the nether portal network that I've got, the chunk loader network out back this way and this way, I think, in order to encompass the whole game, it turns out. But this is the house. Actually, let's do this in free cam because it's going to be a little bit easier to navigate and show you it all. So this is the front of the house. And you can see that, well, I started designing this build right around the trials and the trails and trials and the terrible trial, the one which introduced the trial chambers. That's when I started this, which is why I think there's so much copper and tuff in it. But yeah, that's how long I've been planning this build. Anyway, you can see we've got a really nice front to the base. I'm really liking the way that this side has turned out. I like the way that all the sides have turned out, to be perfectly honest. This is this side. You can see we've got a big feature window up at the top there. It's blue. We'll explain why it's blue another time. The same with this one. That's blue as well. There is a reason that it's blue. I don't know whether I'm going to stick with it being blue. But I'm gonna continue working on the whole house for a while. I can switch it out to a different color if I really don't like it. But I think it doesn't work at the moment. It should work later. And then yeah, so this is the back of the house. There's still some stuff that I need to do. I want to make like a porch section, so another roof section here, like how we have at the front, just slightly different, maybe with some like trellises and stuff. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it. This side, there is a large hole. There is a large hole because there is a structure coming on the side here that I will build at a later date. I don't need to work on it just yet. That's an entire other section. And then on the roof, we've got this dome bit here. I really like that. That's turned out nicely. Obviously, the area where it's all stone, that's not being detailed at all. I don't yet know whether the game is actually going to come up onto the roof. I think it'd be nice if it did, but if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But I will detail this a bit more at some point, make it look a bit prettier. At the moment, it's just very basic stone. And again, here, this is blank for the time being, and you'd be able to see it from the windows, so it definitely needs detailing. But yeah, you can see from underside. It's completely hollow in the middle, and we've got a big old hole down into the chasm beneath the mansion, where the redstone will go. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this has turned out. I think it looks awesome. Obviously, I have raised it. I think it's about 3 or 4 blocks up off the ground. That's so I can do some terraforming out here. Yes, I'm aware. I have covered the whole area in one big flat area of grass, and then I'm going to come back and cover that over in even more grass. Yeah, that's fine. I see no problem with this. It's a lot more. It's twice as much work as it would have been, but yeah, I think having a platform to work off in these early days is advantageous. So yeah, that is the build in its current state. And next episode, I don't know whether we'll be working on the house here or whether we'll be back at spawn. I have some work I want to do at spawn. I also want to skin that creeper farm, but that's that. I still need to come up with some ideas for exactly how I want to go about doing that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I've done a lot. We have looked at the spawn area. We've come over here. We've started the mansion thing. We've done the creeper farm. There's a lot of things that have happened over the last few months. I know they have not been. I've not been in game. I've not released a video, and I'm sorry. But hopefully this next video won't take quite as long, and I'll have enough time to actually record some stuff at some point. Real life won't get in the way because real life isn't as fun as Minecraft life. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do like, subscribe, all those good things. And I will see you in the next video, which will, of course, be sometime